So today I'm going to walk you through something really important about SEO that I thought deserved its own module, and that is about links. So you may not have considered links too much, but what I found through optimizing my own site and my client site is that links actually can really move the needle for your SEO. So I'm going to talk about the different types of links today. So, in order of least to most important, there are three types of links. So, first is external links. So, that would be links from your site to another site. So, say you are certified in EFT and you are linking to the ICEFT website. Or you're certified in EMDR and you're linking to the EMDRIA website. So this is a link from your site to another. Internal links are links to other pages on your site. So internal meaning like within your website. So when you link from your home page to your about page, that is a link within your website. And a backlink, now that's the most important kind of link that we're going to talk about today. That is a link from another site to your site. So a link that kind of links back to your site, right? So we'll talk more in detail about each type of link. Starting with external links. So when you link out to other websites, here's a few thoughts about that. The first thing is a word of caution, a couple words of caution, I guess. People can change their sites at any time. So I've had this happen where a client links out to another website, and then a few years later, that business has either like changed their name or the domain name has changed over, and the site is like no longer even about what this client originally intended. So that was not good, and that can happen, especially if you put up a link and then you don't kind of check it regularly, as can happen, right? That's like understandable. The other thing is links can become broken. So even if the company doesn't change or the organization doesn't change its name or its domain, it might get rid of a page or rename a page. And then what happens is you end up with a broken link on your website. And that can actually hurt SEO. So if Google crawls your website and sees broken links, that's going to count against you. In a like not insignificant way. Also, it kind of hurts your like trustworthiness. So, the other thing is that external links are not really like a huge bump for SEO. It's not nothing, but to me, I really like want to think about it before I use an external link about whether it's really worth it. If you do link out, you want to make sure of a few things. One is make sure you set the link to open in a new window. And so that means like within Squarespace, you click on your settings, the little gear icon, you type in your URL, and then you click the little toggle that says open a new window. And that's because you don't want people to click the link and then be bounced from your website and get lost and not be able to find their way back. That actually will hurt your SEO, because it's looking like people are bouncing from your site. This next one can feel a little bit like, I don't know. But, I know we don't like think about competitors when we think about other therapists in our field. Um, and like I've seen this happen where maybe another therapist creates a really cool like resource or something and you want to link to it on your own website. And that is all like great. But just like keep it in mind that you may like lose your client that was perusing your site to like the rabbit hole of the internet, and they start looking at someone else's website and then they like don't return. So just keeping that in mind. Again, these none of these are like hard and fast, but and then the last thing is if you're going to link out, make sure you know that it's a reputable website. So something that again, like organizations, licensing like bodies, things like that, like large directories, those types of things. They're not like going anywhere, so to speak. And also, so it's reputable, and also make sure it's related. Like, have a reason to link it out that is connected to something you want to be known for in SEO. So don't just link out to everything. Like, say, for example, you were once like certified in CBT, but you no longer really like practice CBT or want people to find you for CBT. So you might not want to have a link that goes to like the CBT website, you know what I mean? So just think about what you actually want to be known for and like why you're linking what you're linking. Okay, so next we're going to talk about internal links. So again, as I mentioned, these are in order of importance. So external links are least important. Internal links are kind of like medium important, right? So internal links means, as I said, links to other pages on your site. So these links can be either on buttons or they can be text links, which I'll show you in just a sec. And know that text links can actually be more powerful. So pages that have more links are read by Google as being more important. And one thing that you can do to really help Google understand not only that the page is important, but like what it's about is using a text link that includes keywords in the text. So here I gave a little example. So instead of writing, read my article about treatment for anxiety here, and notice in this sentence, I've put the link on the word here. It should instead be read my article about treatment for anxiety here. Oops. Oh yeah, sorry. I thought that was like a period. I think it's just the underline. Anyway, read my article about treatment for anxiety here. So you notice in this scenario, what I've linked is the keyword treatment for anxiety, if that's in fact your keyword. So the next thing I'm going to cover is backlinks. So of all of the different types of links, this is the most important one. So what is a backlink? A backlink is a link from another website to your site. And backlinks are important because they help increase your what is called domain authority. And essentially, domain authority is a 0 to 100 scale that Google uses to rank websites. So if you think back to lesson 2, where we talked about some different tools that you can use to do some keyword research. So, for example, Ubersuggest and Ahrefs, I know, will actually give you some insight into your own and other websites' domain authority. And the higher the number, the better, as far as backlinks are concerned. Domain authority is something that actually takes a while to build. So if you do look at your own site for domain authority and you see that it's like a low number, don't stress about that. That's something that can take years and years to build. But probably the best way to build it is through having backlinks from sites that have high domain authority. So why does it matter? What does domain authority really matter? Well, we talked about what search engines do, and they serve up information to somebody who's looking to have their question answered, right? And so if you have a higher domain authority, your website is more likely to be served up than other websites with a lower domain authority ranking. So, how do we get these coveted backlinks? So you can get backlinks through lots of different ways. A lot of times it's going to take you doing some outreach and communication. But some of the best ways that I know, one is being on podcasts. So whenever you're on a podcast, you're probably going to be linked at least in a couple of places. Um, Being listed in directories. So this is like a really great way, especially for therapists. Make sure if you are accredited with any particular like licensing or credentialing body, that you have your website posted on their site with a link. And things like Psychology Today, even Psychology Today, as much as we all may have a love-hate relationship with them, they do have really good SEO. But even other therapy directories, often will have much stronger SEO, much higher domain authority than your own site. So having a link on other directories is going to give you a boost. Another way is like being a guest blogger on another colleague's blog. You can even do like a little trade-off, right? A one for one. So you can get creative with it. Those are just a couple ideas for backlinks. And I hope this has been a helpful video. This is probably more than you ever thought there was to know about links, more than maybe you ever wanted to know. And if you have questions, feel free to email me at hello@melissaraystudio.